Good afternoon, students. This is Mr. Lawson and Officer Escalante for a very special broadcast. I need to have every student paying close attention, please. And I'd like to have everyone's ears open, mouths closed, eyes this way. Last in Michigan, we had yet one more senseless tragedy at a school. Since that time, over the last few days, there has been a dramatic increase in the number of social media posts where people who are on a power trip or think it humorous to disrupt the lives of people and disrupt school lives and cause fear in students, parents, and staff by sending out false messages. Sadly, today, Indio High School was the recipient of one of those types of messages. And I want to share with you how wrong that is. But first, I want to say how proud I am that we have students who care about each other and who want to make sure not only that they are safe, but everyone else, and they reported that to a teacher. We had several students that did so, and I want to tell you how proud I am that you are showing that sensitivity to your fellow classmates and being an upstanding citizen. I want to remind you that it is very wrong and illegal to perpetuate a false message like that that causes panic and fear just for the sake of feeling power or humor. It's not humorous, and it's not a sense of power. It's wrong, and there can be dramatic consequences. For someone that spreads false information like that, it can result in legal consequences and having to stand in front of a judge to answer for that and be subject to those kinds of consequences. So I want to say how important it is that we not perpetuate those kinds of messages. I want to thank you for doing what you should do and report it, first of all. Second, I want to say thank you to Officer Escalante, who helped to investigate to make sure that we were safe and to determine when things are credible or not credible and that they're false. And then I want to remind you of a couple of things. First of all, that's why we ask you to wear your lanyard. I wish that I knew first name and last name of all 2,045 students when you walk in the gate. But I don't have 2,045 first names and last names memorized. And if, I don't want it to ever happen, but if something were to happen, any type of a catastrophe or disaster, a fire, an earthquake, or, God forbid, a violent act, I want to be able to know exactly where 2,045 students are and 157 staff members are so that I can reassure 4,090 moms and dads out there that we know where you're at and that you're safe. This lanyard helps us to identify everyone that's on campus where you should be and when you should be there. It is so important. It's also why we take attendance. It's also the reason we take attendance when we have fire drills and evacuations. We need to be able to know where everyone's at to make sure you're safe and to be able to share with your families that we know where you are and that you are safe. Now more than anything, your safety is the most important thing that I want to talk about. It's also why after lunch you need to be in class, ready to learn and not tardy. I need you indoors, and should something ever happen, a fight or a disaster or a catastrophe, the safest place you can be is to get you inside a room where that teacher can lock a door, and if we had to be on a lockdown or lockout, we could keep you safe. That's crucial and important. I need you to be where you belong at the right time each and every day. It is critical. It is also the reason why we practice and have lockdown drills, lockouts, fire drill, and evacuation drills. We do that so that you know what to do without having to think twice. You automatically know what to do to be safe. I expect everyone to follow those expectations and to be quiet indoors when we have to be on a lockdown or a lockout. And then once it's safe, and if we have to do an evacuation, to stay with your teacher and report where you're supposed to report so that we can make sure we know where everyone is so that we know you're all safe. I also want you to hear from Officer Escalante, who is here helping us every time we have something like this occur. He's the first one to come to our benefit and our aid. And he has a couple of important things to share with you as well.
The first thing I want to talk about is just, again, I want to thank the students who reported this to teachers, administration, and myself. I just want to, thank you guys for doing that. That's very important, keeping everybody safe here. The one thing that I do want to talk about is sharing information on social media, making these fake accounts, putting pictures of other students on these fake social media accounts. Please stop doing that. Okay, it only makes it such a bad thing for the student that you guys are posting on there, because now, even though they're not involved with whatever's going on, it goes around. So that's what I'm gonna be asking you guys. Please stop posting that stuff. It's easy for me to find out who's posting it, where it's coming from. All it takes is a search warrant. So just so you're aware, today, again, I am glad that there's several people that reported the stuff that was being sent out. Just remember, once you report it, please don't share it, because then it creates a lot of panic. We've been getting calls all day in dispatch. The school has been getting a bunch of calls, and the reason why is because it was shared to so many people after it was reported that now we're kind of doing the control of, hey, everything's okay, we're investigating it. But the thing is, during that time, it does create a lot of fear and a lot of panic. So if you guys do get information like that, remember, I'm here, admin's here, teachers are here. Let them know so that they can report it to us. Once it's reported, there's no need to share it, because we will make announcements, we will make a notification if there is something that if there's something that's credible, or if it's not credible. Besides that, just again, thanks again for those who reported this incident this morning.
And once something is resolved, when we continue to share something that's fake, the next person that sees it may not realize that's fake. And then it's like giving it a life of its own, and it starts all over again at the next school, or the next school, or the next school. We don't want to be responsible as individuals and as proud Rajahs. We don't want to be responsible for spreading something that's false and causing another school to have to deal with something like this all day long and disrupt learning and cause fear and anxiety and panic in students, parents, and staff members. We really want to take care of one another. So thank you to those that reported, and thank you for being upstanders and doing the right thing. Let's work together and do our best. Thank you, Rajahs. I'm proud of you for doing what I've asked. Now show me that you can do your best, and let's make it these next few days before winter break so that you can all have a wonderful, relaxing, terrific winter holidays. Thank you.